What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Springdale, with our Let's Play Season 4, Episode number 10. And today's project was kind of working on this highway that is off to the west side of the city and bringing that down to the south so that we could connect up to this new highway that was over here. We had to purchase a tile to get there. But I wanted to provide some extra exits and highway access for our ever-growing city so that people don't have to go through, say, up here to the north past Central Park to get to the highway. I want to encourage them to take more of these highway routes and bring in more external connections as well. And then one more quick project for today that I wanted to start working on, at least, is committing a plot to our university campus. Let's see how our university is doing. Almost maxed out. Is that the only one that we have in the city right now? It is. So let's throw in a southern campus down here because we don't have the best coverage. Oh, we put it on the angle. No, it won't. Okay. Just making sure. We'll do that for now. It's a temporary placeholder for some additional university coverage down here. Let's start moving some stuff around, though, so that we have room to play with kind of a university campus up here. I'm thinking this nook right up here that used to be industrial has some of our recycling. We could kind of repurpose that into a massive campus, make room for the football field this time. It's got easy access to the highway and this main drag that runs on the north side of the city. So I think that should be a pretty good spot for University Campus number 1. Let's pause it for a minute. We'll rethink all of this over here. Where can we have a little industrial pocket? Maybe this... Is this residential? This is residential over here. Let's look. Where can we kind of cram that in? Let's see what this road looks like if we bring this bridge across, how much room that gives us, and maybe that'll be a nice little industrial pocket for us. That's not too bad. Does that intersect all the way down here? That would be a nice little industrial pocket over here by the highway. That could work. And then they can hop on the highway, come up this way. If we had kept this raised, I could have built under here on the water side, though that might pollute our water coming down the river, and we don't want to do that. We could pollute the water and then throw some floating garbage collectors in there. We can see how that does. Throw one here just in case we end up polluting. So let's extend these blocks. We need a ton of... Let's see, where will this line up? Right there. We need a ton of commercial demand right now. So that could be a nice buffer right here between our industry and our residential. We'll carry this on underneath the bridge before we build the bridge over it. Curve this away from the waterfront a bit. It'd be nice if we could zone that off a little better. It's a little steep. Let's even that out before we build that road. And I'll tell you what we could do. No, we'll even it off and we'll keep that 6 lane. Maybe I'll run that 6 lane around the backside. Or maybe we can just knock that down to 2 lanes there. I don't know. Either way, though, let's level this off just a little bit. We'll build a road and then we'll knock it down just a tad to make it look a little smoother. So we don't need 6 lanes over here. We don't need 3 lanes turning right onto that strip. Maybe we'll rework this into a 4-lane road at some point down the future. In the meantime, let's get this gridded off a bit with water and zoning. Okay, that should be good for now. Quick bit of zoning. We'll see how quickly this moves in. It should be pretty quick, because I don't think we have any free commercial on the map this entire episode. So this should get taken right up. Kind of an odd shaped block here. This might be a nice space for a park later on. Provide a little bit of buffer between industry and residential. What we could also do for a little bit of buffer to make sure our park here doesn't get too dirty is we could do, not that one, we'll do office space right here. Just a little bit of a buffer zone, you know, some administrative buildings. Then that kind of hides away the high polluting stuff sitting over by the highway. Our denser zone here. Let's see, did I not do this last street? I meant to. Let's get that connected. That'll work. So now we've got a little pocket over here for some high polluting industry, but it's well away from most of our town. We'll do the same thing on the outer edge here, so down by the waterfront, just to do a little bit of a buffer and hopefully prevent some of that pollution from spilling over to the water. We'll do office there, but we also have our floating garbage collector, which should filter the water before it gets too far downstream. Power-wise, let's see what we can do here. Let's connect this up over here for now. And as those zones fill in, that will spread power. But we're well zoned. We've got a fire over here that apparently we didn't put out. I feel like that was a community school. All right. So I guess it's a good time to look at education. Brand new community school. Trees are still a little crispy. Education-wise, we're in the green for elementary. That's good. High school is getting pretty bad here. Where can we cramp some more in? How many do we have on this side of the park? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw one over here for now. Oh, we have all these roads that we disconnected. Yeah, that's right. I was going to start in on this project and then... all right. So, university campus. Quick start. We'll plot something out here. We'll finish it in the next episode. We need to get these recycling plants connected again, obviously. Let's delete these service buildings and we'll do bigger versions to get kind of all this hooked back up. I think what would make sense is let's move the power of our grid down to that industrial area now before things start getting too filled out. Kind of tuck this away over here somewhere. Kind of down here on the end of this first block. We'll move these out. We'll provide fire coverage on both. We don't want them to burn down. Where can we fit this in? I wonder if we can get both of those there. We'll try. Oh yeah, it just barely fits. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. So we've got our power moved down here now. Let's do fire and police coverage over here. How are we looking? Throw one there. That looks all right. A little bit of funny how it sat into the ground there. Let's see if we can smooth it after the fact. I don't think we can too much. No, I guess it's not the end of the world. Okay, fire, police. Let's actually connect this to our electrical grid. That always helps, right? We're going to have to eat up some of our zoning to do that, but that gets connected in there, which is connected over here, which connects across the river. Should be good there. Let's see if we can move our bird and bee haven just a bit. The other side of the highway, maybe? Where else could this go? We could put this in the Central Park for now until we decide on a spot. We'll move the Statue of Industry down to our industry. Put it as close as we can here to the corner. Kind of a little entrance gateway into our industrial park. Disaster Memorial. Throw that right there for now. R.I.P. Santa Rico. Okay, recycling plants. What shall we do with those? What is this building? Is that one little... Is that one little industry building that was left over? Is it even zoned anymore? I can't tell because there's no road on it. Okay, well, you're gone. Let's see, where can we tuck away recycling now? We've got recycling here on this street. Maybe we just move it down there for the time being. It's going to get a little congested over there with garbage trucks. But we'll sort this out once we have the ultimate recycling plant, too. We'll see how much coverage we can get from just that one building before we worry about having so many recycling plants all over the city. Okay, so little university build. I think it would be nice to kind of work with the space of these 2 blocks. Sort of maybe as far as up to there. So we'll have everything kind of coming in from this main road right here. Let's see, do we have medium roads with bike lanes? That works. Let's bring this in 15 units. And then let's bring out our curve tool. Looking to get 135 if I can. There we go. And 1 click in. So like that. So we've got the bike lanes connecting us in here. Forces the traffic around kind of this one way. Then coming back out. That can be kind of the main spot for our university if we can sit it in there just right. Of course we can't. So let's rethink this loop. Because I'd like to do something like this, but I also want kind of a straight shot up there. So maybe we need to do that first and then hook it in. Would probably make more sense. Something like that, and then we can fork off of there. So back to curved. So coming in, hitting the university up, heading out. And then we can have some little side streets and dorm areas back here. I kind of like what we did in the last one. So there is going to be some pollution up here. That's okay. What if we did this? We've got the money for it. So we'll switch over to maybe tree-lined streets from here. And we'll build a tiny little grid for some dormitory buildings. Like that. Oh, you can see how polluted that is over here. Color of the trees in the road. That will eventually go away. The longer the industry or dumps have moved out of there, it will eventually dwindle away that, that ground pollution. A lot faster if you have Eden Project, but that's not an option yet. So we're kind of carrying all the traffic into the zone this way. I think we want kind of here to be our main campus area. So we'll come in like this. This can be two-way traffic. Let's see if we can get our university building in there the way I want it to. Yeah, that'll work. Kind of do something like we did in the last city. I mean, I kind of like that, but I wanted to make the campus itself a little bit bigger. So, education, university building number 2, university building number 3. So let's see here. Is this centered? It looks pretty good if I'm counting my trees right. Yeah, that looks all right. And it'll look better once that is no longer all polluted. Let's hook up these back neighborhoods. Again, we'll stay with the tree-lined streets here. And let's see, can we get... Maybe we do the stadium over here, so we'll connect that up as almost like an alternate way in. Let's see, where is stadium? Or not stadium, the football, right? There we go. Soccer, as we call it in the United States, or football everywhere else in the world. Let's do it right... Let's do it over here, because this, look at the noise bubble. Kind of disgusting. We can kind of get it, try and get it away from our residents. Let's move this one memorial. That we can get that in over there. Let's think about this for a minute. So... what are some things we could plop in here? Well, we could do, obviously we want some dormitories for residential. Before we do that though, let's district this off. So let's heighten that line up a little bit on that street. We'll clean all that up. So now let's paint a new district here. And now let's have some fun with it. So the residential, we want this to, I kind of want this to be a green campus. The residential, maybe we could throw a couple low density commercial buildings in, and we'll do organic and local produce so that the students have a little space to do some shopping, for some groceries. Uniques, football, let's cram this in here. So that broke that power. Let's see what power's like over here. So stadium is powered. University is not, but that is a quick fix. And that spreads powers to all those buildings. I think I said powers plural. Power. Let's zone. This can be all our dormitories. We'll do the same thing over there. How do we do that? We did that at the end of the block. All of that? Sure. Something like that. Now we could do a little bit of low density, let's say a low density block right here. Yeah, so that there's some kind of on-campus groceries and stores servicing the university there. And then here in the middle, we could drop a little plaza and some footpaths for now, but we will totally turn that into a park as well. So that'll be park, I think, number 3. Central Park being our main focused one. This kind of weird one over here we could definitely do to, again, separate industry a bit from the residential. We'll find a spot over, maybe over here somewhere, up in the hills, and then we can definitely turn this space right here into a little park. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let's see if anybody moves in. We don't have a ton of residential demand. We've got a little bit of industrial and commercial. So those pockets we built out earlier should keep filling up. Let's see if anyone's using our on and off ramps that have been newly created. As businesses certainly move in here, we should see plenty of truck traffic coming this way, I would hope, because this should be the easiest highway exit for them. Also, they should get on the highway this way and head over to cargo, I would think, but only time will tell. So we've got fire and water coverage over there. You know what we don't have? A little campus fire and police station over here. Apparently that's not spreading power. There we go. Campus fire. Campus police. Fill that in with some trees for now, while stuff grows in. I should say while buildings grow in. I still go to the Parks tab for that. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen me do that before, where it used to be. This helps decrease some of the noise problems from being around the highway and the stadium. We want the students to be able to focus, study, learn, go work at those fancy high-tech office jobs and make some money for our city. That would be appreciated. Let's mix and match some other trees in there so it doesn't look too uniform. And we'll do some other stuff with this. I might... Obviously, we're going to create a metro stop somewhere in here. It might be kind of fun to even spread out this campus a little bit more and have some monorail stations around it. I know that would be kind of interesting, and maybe hook that up into a monorail that we sneak through the city at some point. But I think that's a good space to break today. And the next milestone we're trying to get to is 75. That gets us our airport and a new area. Then at 90,000, we'll have our last area, monuments, in the international airport. So things are really coming along. If you did enjoy the video, likes, comments, shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord to get involved with the discussion. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.